everybody, Cinema Sickness here with a collection update for you. Over the last 2 days, went out, did a little bit of hunting, just sort of all over the place, a little bit here, a little bit there, just very sporadic, just sort of broke things up. Some places hadn't even planned on going, I was just kind of in the area, so I decided to stop. So unfortunately, I didn't shoot a cinema hunting video for you guys, but like I said, I was just kind of all over the place, just doing some random sporadic hunting, and I got some pretty good deals. This is everything I picked up over the last 2 days. So again, some great deals here. So let's just get right down to it and take a look at everything I picked up. So the first two titles here, these both come from Best Buy. I needed to go in there actually to get a new cord for my phone. I upgraded to the 5S. Some of you may be realizing that my video quality has been better over the past week. Well, that's because I'm using my new phone to shoot this video, which has much better quality than my old phone. So I had to go out, get some extra cords, because of course, Apple being them, has to change up their cords and makes you get new ones now and all that BS. So anyway, had to head to Best Buy to do that, and while I was there, looked around a little bit, and I ended up picking up two titles. The first one I grabbed here was the Home Alone and Home Alone 2 Lost in New York 2-pack. Now, Home Alone already had that on Blu-ray, but Home Alone 2 I did not have on Blu-ray. So definitely wanted to pick this up. I had a little bit of money left on an old Best Buy gift card, and I also had a $2 off coupon for this, because right now at coupons.com, there's a let me rephrase that. There's a $2 off coupon right now at coupons.com that you can use either towards Home Alone or Home Alone 2. That's what the coupon says. But I decided to test my luck, and I brought in the coupon, bought this, handed it to them, and they took the $2 off. Now, I think it's kind of a gray area right there, like whether or not that coupon should work with this set or not. I would definitely call that a gray area, because technically this contains Home Alone and Home Alone 2, so that coupon sounds like it should work, but at the same time, it's like, well, maybe it shouldn't. I don't know. So that's why I just decided to test my luck, see if they take the $2 off, and they did. So I actually ended up picking this up for nothing. Got this for absolutely free, because like I said, I had that $2 off coupon, plus I had a little bit of money left on a gift card, and yeah, paid nothing for this. So great deal. Like I said, I already had Home Alone, but I didn't have Home Alone 2 yet on Blu-ray. I, of course, have it on DVD, but didn't have it on Blu-ray yet. Actually, I have Home Alone 1 and 2 on Laserdisc as well, but really wanted to get Home Alone 2 also on Blu-ray, because I love these movies. They're just two of the greatest Christmas movies ever made. Home Alone is like the first movie I watch every year to start my Christmas season, because it's the movie that gets me the most pumped and the most excited for Christmas. So definitely wanted to get both of these on Blu-ray, and I have them both on Blu-ray now, so that's awesome. Very excited about that. Again, love these films, so had to grab them. And then, like I said, I still had a little bit of money left on that gift card, and even after I bought this, there was a little bit of money left, a couple bucks, I believe like $3 to be exact. So I ended up picking up Home Alone: The Holiday Heist, which is the 5th Home Alone movie now. Yes, there are 5 of these films. And yeah, 3 and 4 suck. So hopefully this one maybe is a little better. I'm not holding my breath on that one, though. Malcolm McDowell's in this movie. Right there. Yeah, so not sure what to make of that. His career has not been all that good lately. But I had to get it. I'm a completist, so of course, had to get the 5th movie in the series. I have the first 4, have to get the 5th one as well. And like I said, I still had a little bit of money. This was listed as I think it was $8. I think it was like $7.99 for this or something like that. Still had like $3 left on the gift card, so I picked this up for $5. $5 is the most I'm going to spend on this movie. So definitely wanted to get it, though, because like I said, I am a completist, and I am interested in seeing it. I mean, is it going to be as bad as the last two? It could very well be, but I'm gonna just hope maybe it's not quite as bad. I'm sure it's not going to be good. I have no doubt that this movie will not be good. I'm sure it's a horrible movie, but will it be as horrible as the last two? Who knows? I'm kind of hoping maybe not, but like I said, not holding my breath. It's probably going to be pretty damn bad, but had to pick it up, had to complete the collection, and even though I'm sure it's going to be bad, I still look forward to watching it this holiday season and seeing, what exactly it's all about. So had to grab that. So that was everything I grabbed from Best Buy. Then the wife and I, we had to go out to BJ's Wholesale to pick up some items for the house, do a little bit of grocery shopping, and while I was there, of course, had to look around a little bit. And there was actually something that I knew I wanted to get. I looked around, and I didn't find anything new I wanted to pick up, but there were 2 titles that I saw last time I was there that I didn't pick up yet because I didn't want to start a new collection. I've been kind of holding off on doing that recently, where if I have like a series that I've started, I kind of just want to finish it off and before I get around to starting another series, because I have so many TV series in my collection that I need to get like the last few seasons of. Or maybe I have like, I have almost the whole season. I'm missing like one or two, or series. I'm missing like one or two seasons, something like that. And it's kind of driving me nuts. And I keep going out and buying, new like season 1 of something, and I gotta get the rest of them. So instead of starting new season sets, I'm trying to just finish off some of the ones I need to yet. So that's why I initially passed all these up, because I didn't want to start anything new. But a few weeks ago when I was at Jake's Flea Market, it was that day that was really bad. There was like really nothing going on except for that one guy with a big box of stuff that I bought some titles off of. He had some of these seasons, and he gave them to me for a really, really good price. So had to jump on him, but unfortunately he was missing 2 of the seasons. So I picked him up today, and that was season 3 and season 6 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now I have the entire series on DVD, and that is awesome. This here's a series that I never really got into. I've only ever seen bits and pieces of these episodes, but everybody says the series is great, and I have a feeling I'm going to like it. Just from the little bit I've seen of it, it looks like something I can get into, but like I said, really don't know anything about this for the most part. It is sort of a blind buy for me, because I've only seen just a little bit of this series. But I look forward to checking it out now. Now that I have the entire series on DVD, definitely look forward to checking it out. And I paid only $8, $7.99 for each of these. So I thought that was a good deal. $10 using my limit per season. So I paid $2 less than that. Sounds good to me. So definitely had to pick both of these up. They had all the seasons there too. If you're a BJ's member and you want to get Buffy for cheap for $8 a piece, they did have, at least at mine anyway, they had all the seasons of Buffy for only $8. So good deal. And like I said, now I have the entire series. So that is awesome. All right, so now into some of the really fun stuff. I mean, that was all this. This is all the stuff I picked up like in store that was new. So now onto stuff that I bought used, and this is always the most fun for me. I mean, yeah, I love going to a store and buying a new product or something like that off the shelf. That's fun, but there's it's not as thrilling. The hunt isn't as thrilling when you do that. Whereas when I go to like a pawn shop or something like that, or a place that sells used movies, then the hunt's on. Then the thrill of the hunt has started, and I get pretty excited to see what I can find. So the first place I actually hit up was FYE, which is a store I don't normally hit up too often, because the only FYE in my area, it's not very far away, but it's in this mall that's, last I heard the mall was getting shut down. It's still open. That's the whole reason why my wife and I were even in this mall. It's because we were in the area and we were like, what's going on? Is this mall shutting down? Is it staying open? We read something in the newspaper, it was shutting down. So we basically just drove there to see, is the mall even open anymore? And it was still open. So we were both kind of hungry. We decided to go in, stop at the food court, see what stores were even open. Stores are closing like crazy in this mall. It's like a ghost mall now. So we just kind of walked around the mall to see what was still there. And the FYE is still there, still selling. My wife even she has some CDs that she wants to bring in like next week or something. So she asked, are you still taking CDs? And they said, yeah, we're still taking them. So I guess they're still thriving. I don't know. But FYE was open. And of course I had to look around. They were having a sale actually. And it was buy 2 used movies, get 1 free. So of course I had to pick up 3. And I found some pretty cool ones. I paid only a little under $10, like $9 and some odd change for all 3 of these titles. So that was pretty cool. First one I picked up here is a blind buy. A movie I've heard of in name only. I really don't know what this title is about. I've never seen it. I've never seen any reviews on it. I didn't even bother to read the synopsis. But like I said, I have heard of it, but in name only. But really why I wanted to grab this was because of the artwork and the fact that Dennis Quaid's in it. Love Dennis Quaid. And that was Dreamscape. Like I said, I've heard of the movie, but I really don't know anything about it. But look at that artwork. That is some badass artwork. Why do we not see artwork like that anymore on movie posters? It's a shame. It's a dying art right there. Just beautifully painted movie posters. I love that. That looks great. It looks like Indiana Jones, which I'm sure they're trying to rip off, but that looks just absolutely beautiful. So it looks like a pretty cool movie. Like I said, really don't know anything about it. Haven't really heard anything about it. Haven't seen reviews or read any reviews on it, but it looks really cool, and I look forward to checking it out. Then, of course, I had to pick up, because again, I'm a completist, The Cell 2. I have The Cell, I had to get The Cell 2. I really don't have much more to say about it than that. I really don't have any interest in watching this, unless it's good. If you guys have seen this and it's good, let me know. I really don't know anything about it. I haven't looked at any reviews on this one either. I haven't looked at any reviews on this because I just don't care. I mean, The Cell, honestly, The Cell I thought was just an okay movie. I do own it. I have seen it. It's all right. I'm not in love with the film. It's just okay. It's mediocre. But I do have it, so of course I had to get The Cell 2 to complete the series. But again, I really don't have much of an interest in watching this. I just sort of picked it up for collecting reasons because I want to get the whole series. But if it's any good, if it's even mediocre, let me know, guys, if you've seen this. Because if it's at least somewhat decent, I'll check it out. So there you go, the Cell 2. And then this is pretty cool. This I was actually really excited to come across, and that was Mrs. Santa Claus, or Miss Santa Claus. Wait, Mrs. is whatever. MRS Santa Claus. I always forget which one's Miss and which one's Mrs. This is really cool because I just bought this on VHS. I paid like 47 cents or something for it on VHS a few days ago, and really wanted to get it on DVD to replace my VHS copy. Thought that would pretty much never happen because this is not a title I ever come across. I didn't even realize it existed until I bought it on VHS, but sure enough, here it is. Today I come across it. That's awesome. Really, really excited about that. Now I can replace my VHS copy, and this Christmas I will definitely be checking this movie out. Some of you guys actually said it was pretty good, so very cool to replace my VHS copy so soon, especially with a title that I just don't ever come across. So that was awesome. So again, for all three of these titles right here, I paid a little bit under $10. Sounds like a good deal for me. I mean, really, $3 a piece. We'll say that. So awesome deal. But I picked up one other title from FYE as well, and this is pretty cool. Came across this just in a little display. They had this weird display of actually, yeah, the display said $2.99 titles, but this was actually listed as only 25 cents. It had a little 25-cent sticker on it. So I was just looking through, thinking, okay, $3 titles, let's look through quick and see what's there. Nothing there. But then this stuck out to me, and originally I thought this was $2.99, which I was still going to pay $2.99 for it. But when I grabbed it out of the little display, I saw the 25-cent sticker, and I knew I had to get it. And this was still brand new, factory sealed. Well, I shouldn't say factory sealed. It's still the stickers on it, like the security stickers that close the case up. Still had those on it. But it looks like what happened is the plastic had been taken off, because I had one of those U stickers. If you ever shop at FYE, those orange U stickers, they stick over the top of the case. It had one of those on it, but it was over top of the security sticker. So obviously, this has never been opened up. It's still new, but at one point the plastic must have been taken off. And that was The Never-Ending Story, Bastion to the Rescue. Now this here's the first three episodes from the Never-Ending Story animated TV series. I've never seen that. I really don't know anything about it, but love The Never-Ending Story. I love cartoons, so this looks pretty cool. I'm just a big fan of animation, so always something I've wanted to check out. I've actually come across this a few times, but the disc has always been scratched. There's always been some issue where I've always had to pass up on it. So coming across this today for only 25 cents, brand new, that was just a fantastic deal. Very happy that I just happened to look through that little display and this caught my eye. So very cool. 25 cents for this. Just a fantastic deal. Then I hit up a great pawn shop called Cash Converters. And as many of you may remember from a few years back, I used to really live at that store. I was there all the time, at least once a week, sometimes more. They used to have really good deals on DVDs and Blu-rays and box sets, Laserdisc deals I've gotten there. Just really, really great deals. Their DVDs used to be like, I think they were all like $2.99 a piece, and they were always having like a buy two, get two sale. Blu-rays are pretty well priced. Box sets were always like $10 a piece, and they were always doing like a buy one, get one sale on those as well. So I used to get some really good deals from Cash Converters. But for whatever reason, I just sort of stopped going as often. I don't know why. They still had great deals. It's not like they stopped having good deals, and that's why I stopped going. But for some reason, I just sort of stopped going as much as I used to. I would still go every now and then. Like, if I'm in the area, I pretty much always stop there. If I'm going to drive past it, I got to stop and check it out. It's a great store. But I stopped basically just driving out there just to go out there. It's only 15 minutes away. It's only a couple of towns over. But for whatever reason, I just sort of stopped making the drive out there unless I was already in the area for some other reason. But recently I've been going back a lot, and that's because they've marked all their DVDs down to $1 a piece, and all their Blu-rays, with the exception of like newer titles and box sets and stuff, are all $5 a piece. So of course, that's a fantastic deal. $1 DVDs, $5 Blu-rays, again with all the exception of like box sets and stuff. You really can't beat that. That's a really, really good deal. So of course, I've been going back a lot lately and made the drive out there today, and definitely wanted to hit up Cash Converters, and I'm glad I did. I ended up picking up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 titles here. All the DVDs, again, are $1. The only thing I didn't pay $1 for was the first title here I'm going to show you, and that's because I paid less than $1. And that was the Daywalker Mix, music from Blade Trinity. Now, this was mixed in with the DVDs, and you can obviously see why. This was a CD that came with Blade Trinity on DVD. at Walmart. This is a Walmart exclusive here. So this was mixed in with the DVDs. They put it in there by accident. But when I brought it up to the front, I was sure enough to say, hey, this is a CD. And he goes, oh, yeah, look at that, it is. And cost me a quarter. All their CDs at the store are a quarter a piece. So I paid 25 cents for this. Great, great deal. Big fan of collecting CD soundtracks. Definitely something I wanted to get in my collection. So very cool, especially since it is a Walmart exclusive. So that's awesome. 25 cents for this was a great deal. Then, like I said, all the next 6 DVDs I picked up here are all $1 a piece. And the first one here is really cool. This I was really excited to come across, and that is Howard Shore creating the Lord of the Rings Symphony, a composer's journey through Middle-earth. Now, this is actually brand new, factory seal. That's awesome. And if I'm not mistaken, this has never been released on its own. I think you could only get this in one of the Lord of the Rings box sets, like one of the big boxes came with like the figurines, stuff like that. I think that's the only way you could get this. It was a bonus disc with one of those sets. Otherwise, this has not been released by itself. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that's the case. At least this one hasn't. This one is definitely from the set, I believe, because there's no UPC on the back or anything like that. So this was definitely within a set. So very cool. Again, getting this factory sealed, brand new, awesome. Especially since the only other way you're going to get this is if you buy that big-ass box set that's, I'm sure, very expensive. So this, for $1, fantastic deal. Very excited to come across this. And I love Lord of the Rings, and I definitely look forward to checking this out. Be watching this one really soon. This looks really, really cool. Does it have a runtime? 52 minutes, so hour-long little documentary here. That's awesome. Then I picked up a movie that is definitely a blind buy. I remember seeing the trailers for this when the movie came out, but it was one of those movies that just kind of like came and went. I never really bothered to really check it out or really want to see it. Not because I thought it looked bad, but just kind of one of those movies where I went, okay, it looks interesting. I'll see it someday. But it was nothing I was like dying to see. But coming across the tape for only $1, figured it was definitely time to check it out, and that was Cellular. This looks pretty cool. Kim Basinger, Jason Statham, looks awesome. Love Jason Statham movies too, so this is like a pretty decent movie. Like I said, when the trailers were out, just kind of came and went, but for $1, had to finally pick it up, and definitely look forward to checking it out. Looks like a fun action movie, so definitely wanted to grab that. The next title I grabbed was Back to the Front, which is a surfing movie. That made me just sound stupid, didn't it? I do enjoy extreme sports movies, or whatever you want to call them. I love, skateboarding ones, BMX ones, surf ones, snowboarding, all that fun stuff. I do enjoy watching them. I used to skateboard back in the day, snowboard for a little bit, not much, but I used to skateboard like all through high school. I was never without my board, so I do love watching extreme sports videos. So this is really, really cool. For $1, definitely had to pick that out. Now this is a movie that I've seen a lot. I come across this movie all the time at pawn shops, thrift stores, flea markets, but I always pass it up. Not quite sure why I always pass it up, but I always do. So when I came across it today for only $1, I wasn't going to pass it up this time. That is Traitor. Looks like an interesting movie. I mean, Don Cheadle, I do enjoy him, and the movie just looks interesting. I also remember seeing trailers for this back in the day when it came out. But again, one of those movies just kind of came and went for me. But yeah, for $1, figured it was finally time to pick this movie up, since I've come across it about 52 million times and never grabbed it. So for $1, it was about damn time I picked this movie up, and I look forward to checking it out. And this is a movie that I've been coming across a lot lately. Not a movie I really had seen in the past a lot, but one that just for some reason recently I've been coming across this movie like over and over and over again. And it's always for maybe like around like $5, like $5, $4, something like that. I think I've seen it for like $3 here and there. But I still always pass this one up. Not because I don't think it's going to be necessarily a good movie, but I don't really know anything about it. It's definitely a blind buy. Is it going to be good? Is it not going to be good? I have no idea. So I've just always kind of just said, yeah, maybe I'll get it some other time. So today, getting it for $1, still brand new, factory sealed. Figured it was finally time to jump on this one as well, and that was Shaking the Tree, which obviously stars Courtney Cox, or at least, well, I say stars Courtney Cox, but this is an older title, so you never really know. This could be one of those movies where they just stuck her face really big on it. She's in the movie for like 4 seconds, but they stuck her name and her face really big on it, to basically to commercialize off of Friends. You never know. But I'm looking at the back here. I mean, there's a picture of it right there, so who knows? Maybe again, I really don't know anything about this. This is a blind buy. Whether Courtney Cox plays a main role in this, I have no idea. But for $1, brand new, factory sealed. Again, a movie I've been coming across a lot lately and been thinking about getting. I figured I would finally pick it up and check it out. If you guys know anything about this, if it's any good, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this if you've seen it. And then the last title I picked up, this is another one I come across every so often, but I've really never grabbed this one because I've never really paid attention to it. I've always seen it and just thought, it's some like chick flick. I don't really want to pick it up. But today, I picked it up, looked up some reviews online of it, and actually read the synopsis. And once I saw who was in it and whatnot, I thought, you know what, this actually might be a pretty decent movie. I should probably pick it up and check it out for $1. And that is The Butcher's Wife. Looks like it has a pretty good cast. I mean, Demi Moore, Jeff Daniels. Who else is in this movie? Mary Steenburgen's in this movie. That's awesome. I love her. So very, very cool. Looks like an interesting movie. Like I said, it's just one of those movies I've just always skipped over because it just looked like something I might not really be all that interested in. But after looking at the cast, reading reviews, reading the synopsis, actually sounds pretty cool. And figured I'd pick it up for $1 today. And I actually really look forward to checking this one out. I'll watch this one really soon, actually. It looks pretty cool. So for $1, had to grab that. So that's it for everything I picked. Wait, actually, that's not everything I picked up today. I almost forgot to show you one other title. Alright, so for those of you out there who about maybe like a little over a month ago, when this came out, and especially last month when it dropped down to a decent price at Target. I say decent price because for me it really wasn't a decent price, but for I'm sure many of you who spend a bit more on your movies, it was a pretty good price. A lot of people were ranting and raving about how they wanted to get this. A lot of you were asking me, was I going to pick it up? When it came out, a lot of you said you're going to get it. When it dropped down in price for decent price, a lot of you said, are you going to go out to Target? Are you going to get this? And I kept saying, no, I'm not going to get it. If I come across it for either $5 or less, I'll pick it up. But in the meantime, I'm not going to get it. I have a budget. A lot of people ask, how do I afford so many movies? I don't really spend all that much. I have a budget. I buy movies really, really cheap. I don't usually go out and spend, $15, $20, even $10 on a title. Occasionally I might if, I have what I feel is a good reason to do that, but it's very, very, very few and far in between that I spend more than $5 on a title. So I didn't grab this title. I said, no, I'm not getting it. Even though it's a decent price to get at Target, I'm going to pass up on it, not going to get it. Some of you guys were saying things like, oh, stop being so cheap. Just get it. It's awesome. You'll love it. And I already, it's a title I already have on many different formats. In fact, I actually just did a video on all the different formats I own this movie on and all the different versions of this movie I have. But again, even though, I hear it's really good quality, the news transfer of the movie is really good and everything that I was like, no, I'm going to pass up on it. And eventually someday, who knows, maybe I'll find it for cheap and I'll get it. Well, today I hit up a store called Pottstown Cash Traders. They were closing. I got there maybe like 10 minutes before they were closing. They also sell all their DVDs for $1, but I didn't have a time to even look through them. They have thousands of DVDs on this one wall. I got there right when they're closing, so I didn't even have time to look. So I said, screw the DVDs. I'm going right to the Blu-rays because all the Blu-rays are also $5. I'm going to see what's in the Blu-ray case. And they had a lot to offer, but unfortunately nothing I needed to pick up. It was all stuff I either didn't want or already had. But there was one title that stuck out to me. And as soon as they said they're all $5, I, of course, had to pick this up. Drum roll, please. All right, here it is, guys. Halloween, the 35th anniversary digibook for $5. That is all I paid for this. And there you go, guys. That is why I wait. That is why when something drops down to, 15, $10, something like that, I go, no, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to wait till I find it for $5 or less because I usually do. I hunt like crazy. As you guys know, I am constantly out hunting. I'm not the type of person who goes to maybe a pawn shop or thrift store, flea market, here and there. No, every week, every day, I'm at a different store hunting. So I come across really good deals all the time. And I know if I just hold out, if I just wait, it might take me a year, it might take me 2 years. But if I hold out and wait, I will eventually come across something. And this I came across, 2 months after this came out. I believe this came out towards like the end of September, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's when they released this. So there you go. I held out. And in October, when they dropped this down to a decent price, at Target, I still held out and didn't pick it up. And sure enough, today, came across it for $5. That's it. And it's in great shape. There's a little, ding up here on the book. Screw it. Besides that, it's in perfect shape. So this is just awesome. Very, very cool. Although, of course, I don't like the fact, it's a digibook. They put the disc in a sleeve. I already took the disc out and put it in its own thin case to make sure it didn't get scratched or anything. But very cool. And I'm really happy to get this, too, because, one, it's, as it says, all new HD transfer, supervised and approved by cinematographer Dean Cundy. Is that how you see his last name? So that's really cool because I know in the transfer or the Blu-ray release they did a few years ago, I know the picture was like too dark in spots, and apparently a lot of fans are really against it. I didn't have a big problem with it, but apparently it looked pretty shitty, to like purists. They thought it looked pretty bad, but I don't know. Again, I didn't have anything necessarily wrong with it, but I look forward to seeing this transfer because apparently it's better. And what I also really like about this is the new audio commentary with writer-director John Carpenter and actor Jamie Lee Curtis. That's awesome. A new commentary track to listen to. Very much interested in that. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think the commentary track that's been on all the other releases, all the DVD releases, the Blu-ray releases, I think it was the old Laserdisc commentary, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think I remember hearing in the commentary, they mentioned something about Laserdisc. I was like, oh boy, this is old. So, yeah, all new commentary. That is great. So, there you go, guys. $5 for this. That is just a fantastic find. And again, guys, that's why I hold out. And all you guys wonder why I'm not buying something like this, why a great movie like Halloween that I love so much, and you guys know I really enjoy. Why am I not buying the 35th anniversary edition when it comes out or when it drops to a somewhat decent price at Target? Well, this is why, because I wait a little bit, I come across it for $5. So, very happy about this. Very excited to pick this up. And, kind of sucks Halloween's over because now I really want to sit down and watch or listen to the commentary. So I don't know, maybe sometime soon I'll actually sit down and listen to the commentary. Or if I can hold out, maybe I'll hold out to next Halloween because I do usually watch this movie every Halloween. And it would be kind of nice next Halloween to listen to the commentary. So very cool. Again, $5. Very happy about that. All right, so for real this time, that's everything I picked up the last 2 days. Got some fantastic deals. Definitely did some great hunting. Again, sorry I didn't shoot a cinema hunting video for you, but like I said, I was just kind of all over the place, just doing random sporadic hunting here and there all throughout the last 2 days. So again, got a lot of great deals. Very excited about that. So like I always say, guys, if you like this video, please give me a like. If you're not already subbed, please do. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for my next video. See ya.